Merry Christmas, everyone. I hope everyone is having a great, fantastic day, but the work never stops. The Impala, I'm basically done. I went in and pulled the tape off. I actually put about 3 coats of Future on here, which makes it really, really shiny. If you see the little flakes here, that's because I need to wipe it off. That's actually the primer that was on the tape, and when you pulled the tape off, it crumbled up the primer. So I just need to wipe that down. You can see right here where it does come off. We are good to go. So we're pretty shiny. There's going to be a couple spots on the Impala that's, I would say, a little grainy. But that's just the, it's actually the plastic car itself. If I would have had to just absolutely polished it and sand it down to, bare minimum. But anyway, it turned out great. You really can't notice it, and it'll look good on film as well. Just got to clean up the windshield, paint with a damp rag, and we'll be ready to go. The bumpers, I actually masked them off and I painted them silver. They had a gold tint to them. Got the license plate on there. Got the rear license plate, and and got all that masked off, and so we are good to go. The rims, I went ahead and masked them off and painted them silver. They were gold tinted, so pretty much good to go. I'm going to let this probably sit for today. It is Christmas, so I'll let it just sit and make sure it's awfully clear. Don't like to move a whole lot when it's got Future on, like at least a day or two to just cure, because I've actually put bubble wrap on models and the clear coat stuck to it. I have been there, done that, don't want to do that again. But anyway, so getting close to wrapping it up, and then we can start the Brady Bunch CUDA shortly. But while things were drying, and I went ahead and masked the Grand Torino off, and I got the top of the car painted black, which has got the black top, and then it's basically dry, and I'll pull the tape off, and then I'll probably start doing the trim. The interior, it's supposed to be green, but I can't really get into it. I mean, I'd actually have to break the car, and I really don't want to end up doing it. So what I'm going to do is just going to stick a brush in here and take Mr. Detailer, and I got some green somewhere in the tote there, and I'm just going to basically put washes in the seats, and basically going to have a tan green seats. I mean, it won't be totally accurate, but it will look better than just plain brown plastic in there. But anyway, that's we're on that. The trim's basically yellow, and I want to try to get that on hopefully this week. If not, it'll be next weekend, and I'll just prep it some more and start doing, painting the trim and all that good stuff. But anyway, there is that. You have to forgive me. I didn't get to do anything on the GTR. I need to start painting, and I got reference material to show me where I need to paint the steering wheel and the inside of the interior. So I'm going to start that tomorrow. I took a day off to do something else, because I'll show you all in a moment. I didn't get to paint the MBT, which I'm going to try to paint tonight. If not, I'll paint it tomorrow and get that at least the base coat on, and then we can start doing some little stuff and get that finished up. But anyway, I did take a day off because it is Christmas, and I did get this in, and this is the rocket launcher version of the Tumbler. Now, I know some people don't like the Tumbler. I personally do. I think it's one of the coolest kits, and actually one of the coolest Batmobiles out there. However, I don't like it as the Batmobile. I don't like it all painted black. I like the camo one. I like the military aspect of it, because you don't have to have this as Batman or the Dark Knight series. You can have this as, U.S. Army rocket version. You can make the actual Tumbler out of this kit and make the command version, or you could do like I did and try to make the turret version. There's actually 3 versions in the movie: the rocket, the command, and the turret. Well, I did the turret one, and Mobius at one time was thinking about doing the turret version, basically off mine. But I noticed, I figured when I really got to looking at the prop and everything of it, I figured they'd do this one first, because the rocket one's easier. It's just flat panels. And then one thing about this kit, it is nothing but an angle piece kit. I mean, there's angles everywhere on it. It's a kind of it's time consuming to put together, and I got most of it put together. I had to put it together. This was a test bed one. I actually it's actually a kit bash of a vinyl bank, a lot of scratch building, and I did actually make a mold of it, and remolded the interior. And I was going to make a conversion kit out of it, but it's just so hard to mold and everything. And I did the mold just for me, so I could have something to work off of. And so I got it to about that far. I see where I had to do a lot of cutting to get it to fit and everything, and hopefully it fit. Dave Metzer is Mobius's product. He basically puts the kits together, make sure that they're everything fits and everything, and he sends it all back to China. And then if I can find it, that box right here, I think, and this box should be nothing more than a box full of tumbler test shots, and that's what one of these are from. And the test shots are, they got a bunch of flash on it, but anyway, if you just put it together to get it to what you needed. But anyway, I got most of it put together. But anyway, I want to do a conversion kit for this, and since I've already got it basically done, I want to use this kit because it's actually got the correct side here. You notice the vinyl kit's a little bit bigger, but it worked out the way I wanted to do it. But anyway, I just got to put the side mirror that goes here on the side window that goes on the side here, and I got a thing I want to do for it, and basically the turret. And it'll basically fit like that. Let me get Mr. New Tumbler over here. Something like that. And with the turret, and you'll have an extra variant, and that'll be a vacuum form kit, and it'll probably be about 2 pieces maybe. That's what I'm trying to work with, so that'll probably be happening very, very soon, very, very quickly. And I may or may not build it. I haven't decided. I basically spent all morning slapping it together, but I did it to the point where I can put the clear parts in. I can remove the front here, put the clear parts in, and it's removable tires and everything, so I can just paint everything and be done with it. But anyway, that is what I have been doing on this Christmas morning. I wanted to make the turret version because that's my favorite of all the tumblers. I think it's just absolutely slick. But anyway, that's what I've got going on today. Hope everyone is having a Merry Christmas. I am doing the Turret Tumbler conversion for the new rocket version tumbler kit. I need to get back to the GTR, which will be tomorrow. MBT will be tomorrow. Finishing up the Supernatural Impala, and we are painting the Grand Torino, and I will have a shed update in the next exciting episode, so stay tuned for that.